car fans? Welcome to the Muscle Car Modeler. My name is Ral, and this week I'm going to feature a build here of a race car. I've featured a few race cars. Don't have a whole lot to build, and a lot of times for me when it comes to race cars, I don't dread on the accuracy, and I like to look into the history somewhat, and those get kind of interesting, but I really don't get into how many races they've been into, how many they've won, and some of those stories. I don't know why. More of a street guy as far as driving. And these cars, the Sox Martin ones, the paint scheme on these has just really caught my eye. I love the way these are painted. Love the red, white, and blue. And you know, it's a favorite of mine, especially, you know, the AMC cars are pretty much building all of those with the red, white, and blue paint schemes. Sox Martin is pretty much the same way. If it was available in kit form, I pretty much have it. Sox Martin, although I haven't built all of them. There's actually probably, this is my third one that I featured on the channel. It's the last one I've actually built. I haven't built a Sox Martin car, and well, other than finishing my Superbird that I featured, that one was recently finished a year or two ago, and I featured that on the channel. But it's one of those where some of these I've had a very long time and never built it. But Sox Martin cars, I just love the way they look. That's just me. So even this one, there's some maybe hard to say inaccuracies or, you know, accuracy issues when it comes to them. But they're just cool, and love the blue headlights. But when it comes to race cars, you know, they can have a different number on the side here for a different race. The stickers move, some things change. Sometimes it's the chrome front bumper, sometimes it's the painted front bumper, vice versa with the rear. So they're also a little bit of a pain to research, and if you want to do a specific one, and the more accurate you want to get into it, you almost got to get into a specific race and appearance. Like, okay, it raced this way, and in some rounds it has these wheels, and then it changed to these other wheels. But the appearance of them, I just think they look really cool, and that's the main thing for me. Love all of that. And kind of a break to get away from some of the stock stuff or custom stuff. So I'll do a race car, but very rarely will I actually do a conversion or really get into one like this one. But to get into this specific build, this is a 70 Hemi Cuda race car, a Sox Martin. And I understand they had a few of these 1970s, 2 or 3, so it's a little confusing. And then as you know, they've been restored. Now I know recently one of them went through Mecum a few years back, and it was said to be the only factory Hemi Cuda VIN car. And reading that particular article, I remember it was saying that it was an actual street car that was given to them. Some of the others were bodies in white that were acid dipped, and they built the car from that. I know the 71 Cuda race car that they only had one of those, and that one had a bunch of gray area mods done to it that weren't technically legal, weren't technically illegal, which is why they only had one of those, because there was a lot of work that was supposedly put into that car, where they had moved the rear axle forward like 2 inches, but to make sure it had the same wheelbase, they moved the front suspension forward 2 inches as well. So it's kind of an altered wheelbase, but it's not an altered wheelbase when it comes to that car. But I understand the 70 was closer to stock, but they had a couple of them, and then one of them they just took their street car and they turned it into the full-on race car, and they did some things to it as well. But it was each car, each race, and that's why you see some differences and some changes, and you know, they would modify them as they raced them. And that's what I understand goes on with some of these. But when it comes to this specific build, this one was kind of a byproduct and one that almost didn't get built. And I had the Sox Martin 71 kit, and I had it, I bought it in the 80s, brand new to the store, started building it. I talked about that in my other build. I remember I lost a carburetor, I broke a wheel, I lost another wheel, and I was keeping my eye open for other kits to build, you know, as far as for parts and stuff. Well, that's how this one came to me. Local guy Bernie had a collection, was selling some off, and it wasn't built very well, but it was complete. And I'm like, all right. So I bought it cheap, and I bought it because I needed the set of wheels for my other build. So I bought it. I bought the wheels. It's going to start building that one. And then somebody mentioned, hey, you know, Model Haus sells those chrome wheels. They don't sell the tires, but they sell those wheels, resin ones. Really? No, I didn't know that. And I bought from Model Haus all the time, but I just say I haven't looked at the catalog in that specific area. So I'm like, all right, you know, what can I do? You know, I'm like, I build a second one or do something. I'm like, can't really build the Sox Martin car stock. I mean, the Johan kit, there's a lot to be desired if you want to make it stock. So it's like, all right, don't have a stock hood. A lot of the body is race, but the chassis is full on race. There's a lot of stuff you have to do to make it a stock car, and then you can find an NPC Cuda and build that one stock. So I'm like, all right. So when it came to this one, I'm like, all right, well, what's out there? Well, I had seen that there was a resin conversion kit to change it from 1971 to 70. I'm like, okay, that's kind of cool. I was a little hesitant on it because I'm not one to bring up bad stuff or say anything negative, so I usually don't say anything, and I'll give credit where credit is due. This resin conversion kit is from Reliable Resins. It's their tail panel, grill, hood, and then the blue lights. Those are part of the conversion kit, and that's all you get. This front valance, I actually modified the kit one, ground it off, and changed it more into a 70 from the 71 setup. The grill and lights, they're pretty much copied right from the NPC kit. Same thing with the tail panel. You know, you splice in, you got to cut it all out and fit it. And most of that fit really well. So I'm going to have some photos of doing the work and everything to it. And then the hood as well, which if I remember right, the scoop was separate from this and you kind of had to make them fit. So I ordered those parts, and it took a while, which normal for Reliable Resin. I don't want to say too much. I just will say that I won't recommend them. I don't really advertise that, but it came up on my channel one time with another kid. Say, hey, you can get it from this guy. I'm like, sorry, I won't recommend. I'm not going to get into the specifics. I will say that when it comes to buying resin, I've bought from pretty much everybody. And to be fair, I've bought from Reliable Resin 4 or 5 times. Each time it was just a hassle, but I did eventually get my stuff. Took a long time, and I got to a point where it just wasn't worth it, and I had stopped buying. But that's really all I'm going to say there. But you can have that with any resin caster, really. But I did eventually get everything I ordered, and it took a while. And you know, with many resin casters, I have never actually been ripped off. I have got my product, but it's taken a long time with some of them, and it really depends on how it's approached or promised. Don't like being told that, oh, you'll have it in the next 2 or 3 weeks, and then months go by. Many casters, I've made my orders and got on their lists, and you know, if I know it's going to be a while, I'll send an email saying, hey, I know it's been a couple months, just checking the status, how you doing, what's going on, how am I looking on my order. And there are times I say, I'm sorry, you're still pretty far in the back, I'm still trying to catch up, I've had some things going on, but you know, please be patient with me, it's going to be a while. And I've had a number of those. It happens to everybody. It's just like building a model kit. If you're going to, you know, build a model kit, you don't tell somebody, I'm going to have this model kit done in 2 weeks. How many of us actually get our model kits built in a timeline like that? I know I don't. A lot of times something comes up, something breaks, I lose a part, or I lose some motivation, or I just don't get time to work on it. It's much the same in that industry. And some, you know, things happen. It's just how it's taken care of or presented, and as long as I know what's going on. And I've always looked at it as, you know, as long as, you know, it's coming or the present is there, I'm looking forward to it. And that happens. I've had to wait sometimes as long as 1.5 years on a waiting list to get my stuff. More recently, is I had a resin interior conversion kit that took 6-7 months to get, and I didn't have any issue with that because the caster let me know. By the way, that was a 68 Coronet interior kit from Drag City Casting. I told him I wanted one. He was flooded with orders, and he let me know it's going to be months. Please be patient with me. And I was, and I had no problem with that as long as I knew what was going on. And I did finally get that product, and looks very, very nice. I'm really happy with that. And I've had some from like Historic Racing Miniatures. I've had to wait 18 months for some of his kits, finding out when they come out versus when they actually come out. And that happens. Just get a high demand kit and it takes a while. Now thankfully the 70 Sox Martin kit is now out from Revell. It's been out for a while. I do have one of those and I plan to build it, but this one was built back in 2011, so that's how long ago this was. 2010, 2011 is when this was happening, but that's just where these parts came from. That's part of the story here. Just letting you guys know that, and I want to share the build with you. And these decals are Slixx decals, and then the rest of it's just you know, done pretty much right out of the box. Well, not really out of the box, but rebuilt. And then I put the Hemi in there. I didn't wire this one, but I did paint the engine blue, which Sox Martin did paint their engines Ford blue, believe it or not. And the rest of it's pretty much right out of the box. I did change out the roll bar. You can't really see it in there, but you can. That's a scratch-built roll bar. One of the cars I had seen, reference-wise, I copied the roll bar that was in that car. It is different from the one I put in the 71. But when it comes to these, I'll give you one more group shot here. So, like, there's my 70. Now you've already seen the 71 here that I had built. Both of these are Johan kits, Johan bodies. And then the last one, of course, that you'd seen is my Superbird, which this is a resin hood. That was from AFX and Scale from way back when as well, from Wendell. And same kind of thing, another resin caster that was great for a long time, and his stuff was coming in pretty good, and then fell behind, got slammed, and took forever to get my last order from him as well. But that's just the story of how some of these things work out. But just wanted to share these builds with you, and don't have enough room there, so there we go. Alright, well, thank you for tuning in, subscribing, and all your comments. I really appreciate it. And you guys, you have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you next Saturday.